phone lines and talk to Nutella Waffles of Adamantoise. What's going on, Nutella?
Hey guys, how's this going? It's going good on my end.
All right, man. Sounds good. We're all right here.
Well, first of all, because I just heard this, to this dumbass, it sounds like the guy who's going to be an off-tank paladin spamming Rage of Halone. You are probably just spamming the third part of their combo. It sounds like they are very, very at the very bottom skill of this game. These MSQ fights are freaking.
But he's been playing MMO since 2000.
That's a long time.
Doesn't make him not an idiot.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of does, because it means he's just throwing his money away for nothing.
Low column A, low column B. But anyways, I was calling in today specifically to say that I honestly think I saw a huge improvement over the raids. The normal mode raids especially were a surprise in the difficulty curve over the last 2 tiers. And Savage looks even better. They're still not what I want because there's no trash mobs going into them into normal.
Yeah, they got rid of even the normal mode trash mobs.
Yeah.
The quest trash mobs.
That was
it doesn't feel like a raid anymore, but you know.
Oh, really, Nika? Why doesn't it feel like a raid anymore? Because they got rid of quest trash mobs that you fight a single time?
I mean, no.
It's never felt like a raid.
It's part of it, though. Like, they had tried to make it feel like a raid and then gave up on it.
I don't know that
they didn't try this time.
I think that they just dropped
they didn't try at all.
They just dropped the pretense.
Yeah.
They
dropped the fact that they were pretending it was a raid and just said that they're just hard primals.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh my gosh, Nika, you've made such a big leap today. I'm so proud of you.
You did? What did
you did? Yes. This is you're like halfway to really accepting it, and it's just
you're halfway there.
You're there.
You say this like I didn't bitch about the last raid tier and not even start raiding for a month in because I hated it so much and I was so burnt out on it.
It's honestly, it warms my heart to hear you accepting these things and admitting them.
So let's actually
be so happy.
So let's actually talk about some of the normal mode raid mechanics, because I do agree with Nutella Waffles that the fights are better than they've ever been.
Agreed.
They're fun.
Which is something this expansion has been very good about.
Yep. I mean, some of the primals, I'm not sure that I was totally in love with. I can't even remember a lot of.
Now hold on,
Byaku.
Is this just because we know you're not in love with the actual models themselves, but even the fight design?
Just the fight. Yeah,
oh, okay.
I mean, other than the part where you're free falling in Byaku, there wasn't like a whole lot that I thought was terribly memorable about that fight. So I didn't love it. I didn't do the extreme mode of it either, so that may be part of it.
Baker,
but
extreme's not too different from normal. There's like 1 or 2 new things, but it's pretty much normal mode, extreme.
Fair enough. But I did really like the mechanics of the 3 of the Omega fights that I've done. I haven't done the last fight. We'll get to that. But so far of the 3 fights that I've done, Chaos was a lot of fun. Midgar Somer, despite being
more implications or lack thereof,
being a little bit frustrating, it was a fun fight. It was a good fight.
My one complaint about it, not the RP thing, we'll get to that, but my complaint about the fight itself, it was real difficult because a lot of people in our group died a lot of times.
Yes,
but we did still one-shot it.
Yes, we did. We did. I didn't end up one-shotting Omega. That I think we had 3 wipes on, but was also a very good, from a mechanic standpoint fight. I like that a lot. And then we get to the 4th fight, and I was so mad about the story that I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not doing the 4th fight tonight."
None of the Omega story was any good.
No,
it was all disappointing and let down.
All of it was fucking bad. And I mean, I don't know why I thought it could be good from Alexander being so terrible, but but Omega is like irredeemably bad, right? Like,
they didn't even bother to like throw in like a twist at you or anything.
No, nothing. I'm waiting for something that is like,
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
or I would have had to make logical leaps and bounds to get there.
Guys, the twist was that you were expecting there to be one, and they're like, what's the most boring, mundane thing we can possibly do? And then they made it even worse than that.
I literally am so mad about the fucking story for Omega.
See, I told you guys that Alexander wasn't going to seem that bad when we were done with Omega.
It was like Alexander was bad and I didn't think it could get worse.
Oh.
But it did.
And this is really short-sighted on Square Enix's part, because if you're not even rewarding your endgame raiders with a good story, then there really is, like, I'm so glad that I checked out of Savage Mode rating when I did, you know, because like that was the last time that it was even halfway decent, because dude, I did not even care about the coil gear. I cared about getting those fucking cutscenes unlocked.
Yeah.
That's what I gave a shit about.
But thankfully, our lords and saviors at Square Enix foresaw this event happening, and they said, you know what? Our cutscenes are going to be so terrible that we'll just give them to you for free in the normal mode. And you won't be so upset when you get them for doing Savage.
Do you guys remember after Coil wrapped up, Yoshi P had said, like, we spent way more money on this than we should have. Right? Like,
why does it always come back to money?
It does come back to money. And here's the thing, is that then they went on at the next Fan Fest to tout that, you know, the next expansion would have 3 times the budget, and yet none of that is put into what is seen as, you know, some of the most important content in your game. None of it. Like, the story behind Omega is so lazy, I almost can't believe anyone wrote it. Like, it's
That's
so
something I wrote in like 5th grade.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, while they were watching Dragon Balls on TV, and they're like, what would it be like if I did a Final Fantasy style tournament?
And then I beat the bad guy, and then he's dead.
No, because you know what? Because if you would have got someone in middle school to write this story, at least Alpha would have had some type of payoff.
Oh my god.
He would have.
Okay, can anyone explain to me what the purpose was for Alpha in the beginning?
Bait. They literally say it.
Alpha was trying to recreate life forms and kept trying to recreate a chocobo and failing, and that's why he looks like that. It was like he was trying to base his first, because Alpha's powers were never originally meant to be made to create life, like Sid says.
Omega's power
was never meant to create life. So then when he's like, okay, I'm going to try to create life by imitating a chocobo, and it kept failing, and Alpha was like the first anomaly or success, but he still doesn't even look like a chocobo. That's why he looks like a chocobo.
Well, that's why he looks that way, but his purpose was to bring us there.
Yeah.
So his purpose was to bring in people for Omega.
Yeah, but we didn't even need
Omega. We're like, there's a giant hole. Let's go see what's in it.
Yeah.
Or maybe the fact that at some point Omega just decided to murk Biggs and Wedge from wherever he was. You don't think he could just be like, all right, I'm going to grab this guy and put him in our hole now? You don't think that's possible?
Right. But I mean, it's not like Omega existed on a distant star somewhere and we needed someone to bring us to him.
Yeah.
Because didn't we meet Alpha literally outside of the hole, outside of the rift?
That I don't remember. I don't remember at all.
I don't remember either.
I think we did.
Don't remember at all.
I'd put money on it.
Yeah, well, regardless of the fact that we were going to go see what the fuck was up with that hole anyway because of the energy it was emanating. Like, we didn't need bait.
Valinor hits the nail on the head in the chat room, says Alpha's story was to sell plushies. So
I mean, yeah.
I already had a Chocobo Dungeon plushie. I'm going to make it an Alpha costume. For FanFest.
Can we just talk about how much I hate Nika right now?
Nutella.
All of it. All of the hate for Nika.
What was your favorite fight mechanically out of this patch?
I would have to say right now it's a tie between 11 and 12 normal. I only have experience with a 9S clear and some...
11 sucks.
Can you remind us non-raiders, even though I have 380 item level, what fights those were?
Alphascape V3, so Omega, and then Alphascape
the actual
V4, Omega M and Omega F. I think especially Omega M and Omega F are good introduction fights for people who are like on the fence about Savage raiding. It teaches you, okay, there's actual things that go on. You don't just go in and hit a goddamn striking dummy, do X amount of damage, and you're good.
No, I agree with that. The mechanics on 012 normal really are pretty much right in between what you know, like a step right before you get to Savage. So I think that's a fair comparison. I just, again, from a story standpoint, I fucking hate the 012 fight because it's like, I mean,
how spoiler are we getting?
All the spoilers. Fuck it.
Spoiler. Hashtag spoilers. All right. I do not understand why Square Enix needs to take something that you're fighting and then make it fuckable. That whoa. Why is that?
I'm sorry. No. Did I miss them putting a penis or a vagina on something?
They put a penis and a vagina on Omega. Both.
Oh.
Now here's the fucking here's the thing that pissed me off. Okay, I get done with 011 last night, and I'm like, all right, because I want to see Adam and Eve. What was teased as Adam and Eve or leaked as Adam and Eve. I'm very curious about this. Where are they going?
Maybe it's the creators of Omega.
No.
Maybe?
No.
It could be.
No, it's not.
And they're hiding in Alpha. So when we beat him, he comes out. He's like, I've been here all along.
No, that is not what happened. T2, he fucking turns into the liquid Terminator from Terminator 2.
And we fuck this pool?
No, but then
XT-1000.
Yes, thank you. The T-1000. And then it turns into like space androgynous David Bowie. And I'm just sitting
I feel like
there,
that's a little redundant.
Like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Archangel David Bowie.
Then during the fight, it gender switches. So it's like, I'm sure that this would be Ascalia's favorite fight ever. But to me, I just don't understand. Why do you need to make Byaku, Suzaku, and Omega fuckable? Why? Is it that they want to see cosplay of these characters? Because this is starting to get insane. Listen, I don't want to see cosplay of any of this shit. I just want
Except
Omega.
For Omega F.
I just want
As
Omega
Nika pushes the box back under the desk.
Fucking four-legged, like
you got your stupid
freak.
beetle fight. That was on OS 11.
Yeah. But why does it have to turn into something? Why does it have to turn into a humanoid?
Because I want to have sex with it.
Because Square Enix can't count, and they're like, oh shit, we need one more fight.
That fucking why does Omega need the deep V t-shirt? I don't understand. It's like, I need to show off my pectoral muscles perfectly. I need a deep V. What the fuck? Why?
Story-wise, Omega realizes that humans are the strongest, so Omega tries to become human. That's why. And then fails to realize that the reason humans are strong is because of their strength of will and strength of heart, not because they look like a human.
Each time Omega gets defeated or has his creations defeated, it's by a group of 8 humans who are just wearing the most kinky ass shit ever. And you know I'm right.
He's just learning from you, Daddy.
Yeah.
It's just, it really is frustrating at this point.
From a space machine standpoint who doesn't understand human emotion, it makes sense for him to think, okay, if I make myself into a human, I will be the strongest being. It kind of makes sense.
All right. Let's say, just for the sake of argument, that's correct, because that seems logical.
That's
fine.
What it said.
Yeah, no. Nika, let me finish. That's fine. We're going to accept that, okay? Nero accepts that. Explain, then, why Genbu needed a human form. Why Byaku needed a human? What are you talking about? We see him afterwards. He's like we don't fight the human form, but he has one. He has a humanoid form.
We fought the human form.
He has a little turtle and a giant turtle. He doesn't have a human form.
Yeah, he does. I haven't seen it.
Is he standing up on his hind 2 legs?
Yes.
Because I've never seen a turtle do that. He's humanoid.
Do you guys forget that stupid Hell's Kitchen dungeon?
Byaku.
Right, but he's a big giant turtle, though.
Okay. You can still fuck that turtle, Nika.
I mean, I guess you could.
Okay, so to Nero's point, why does he have a humanoid form? Why does Byaku have a humanoid form? Why did they put a dress and give Suzaku a humanoid form?
I also learned that I'm secretly a furry.
Because they're lords.
And everyone knows that lords are humanoids.
Sure, they're really magical and really strong.
That doesn't explain why they have to be human.
I remember fighting Byaku, Suzaku, Genbu, and the other one in 11. None of them had humanoid forms, and I felt like they were kind of, you know, fine the way that they were. I don't understand why. Why do you need to put perfect abs on something?
Because this is the Final Fantasy 14 Weebland edition. So,
but see, you're right though that like Omega has a story purpose for human, but like looking at it, even when you fight Suzaku and she thinks you're Tenzin, she's like, "I've never shown you my final form." Like they didn't have this form when they were originally with Tenzin and they were on their journey. And any flashback you see, they're in their animal forms.
I mean, shouldn't Square Enix?
You're right. There is no story reason for their humanoid.
Shouldn't Square Enix really? Like, shouldn't the red flag go up to Square Enix employees as they're writing it when they say, "This is not my final form," right? Like, is it done? Doesn't that...
When you're wearing rose-colored glasses, all flags are red.
Doesn't that bring up, like
rose-colored.
You know what I mean? Like, doesn't that bring up, like, all the cliche flags? Like, final form.
This is the cliche expansion.
No. I mean, yes, it is.
So that's what they were going for.
Great Laker Nori Prince Clary says, "I'm still creeped out about a bird trying to fuck Tenzin." Because if that's the story, by the way, Tenzin, you never got to see my final form, and then turns into a human. She totally wants to fuck Tenzin.
No, she does. She does. The one line that like drives me nuts every single time. She's like, "I just wanted us to like what? To what?
I am a gorgeous girl with big cans."
Like she's clearly the entire time her entire story is that she's obsessed with Tenzin.
Why is there so much sexual subtext in this patch? Like the fight we were talking about earlier against the Dotharl chick. Like straight up, that was a sex fight. That's what that was.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Fight fucking.
That was fight fucking. That's what that.
That sounds accurate.
I don't suppose that can be our episode title, can it?
Fight fucking?
Yeah.
Why the fuck not?
I don't know.
Fight coitus? Is that okay?
Battle coitus.
Oh man. It's all bad.
Nutella waffles, man. Thanks for the call. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah. If you want to give Limit Break Radio a call, Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord. If you want to join in, we invite your calls. Let us know what you thought of patch 4.4. Was it great? Was it terrible? Did you like the fights but hate the lore?